Okay, that is enough hands. Talk more about Ares' virility. Very important. I mean, you know what? There's probably a couple of people in chat who agree. All right, then. We're going to be starting on normal. We are going to be, well, I don't know, cooler stars, fewer planets, less minerals, more habitable worlds, more balanced mix of stars and planets, hotter stars, more planets, more mineral resources, fewer habitable worlds. And different constellations may have different ages. I kind of feel that mixed is a good way to go. I don't know. I feel like going anything other than mixed, you're just cutting potential content away. Will this be an Aavak or a Dark Aavak playthrough? Well, that's the question, is it? I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? Right, okay. Well, we're not going to be going with the Captain Harlock. Captain Harlock, look. No. We need something else. What are we going to go with? I mean, again, I have bemoaned the lack of braided space beards. Fills me with sadness, but I guess we could move past it for now. Let's see. Is anything going to jump out at me? I haven't had a proper look at it. There are so many avatar packs, though. Oh my lord! In terms of the modding scene, I've got to hand it to Starsector. It's got an incredibly vibrant modding scene. Thank you very much, Kenneth. 19 months. Diolch yn fawr, mate. Also, I do have to congratulate the game. I don't think there is any other game that I've ever known where you can play a space grandma. Like, wow. That's amazing. Or a space grandpa. Bizme, thank you very much for the 6 months. And Blue Rogue for the 67 months. You didn't talk about ferrets as much as you want, Aavak. After all, it was due to your ferret videos that I am now a happy ferret owner myself. Aw, that's lovely to hear. But there are quite a good couple of pictures here. Space Grandma brings space cookies to all. Oh my lord. No, this idea of a tyrannical space pirate just going around demanding people try the cookies. And if they don't, well, that's it. Gutted and spaced. I think we'll go with a bit more of a Daft Punk feel. Let's go with this. I don't think they're ugly avatars. I think they're quite fine. I mean, certainly some with scars, but I certainly don't think they're ugly avatars. No. Don't think so at all, JD Skull. But yeah, I think we're gonna stick with the Daft Punk look. It's nice and sleek. That does lend towards more of a high tech feel. Jaradan, thank you very much for the 45 months, mate. Greetings, Aavak and Dapplings, and Planeseeker there for another 3 months. Planeseeker, didn't you just subscribe, or did you gift sub before and I misread it? Either way, thank you very much for the 3 months. Oh, you subscribed in advance. I see. Thank you very, very much. 3 months at tier 2, my lord. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Okay, we need a name. I could see us. I could see us being a worshipper of the machine god in our very sleek helmet. You might not even know if there was a man beneath it. Maybe we have shed the weakness of the flesh. Spacetron, indeed, could be anything. You know what? Look, I know how many people were sad that we didn't get a Carolinas for my Let's Play on YouTube. So. There we are. Has to be Carolinas. 01. Well, I mean, we could go there. Aavak Prime. I mean, flash drive brain in a tin body. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with Carolinus in memory of my tech priest. Carolinus Tertius. I mean, I could go with that, I guess. This is not in replacement of the YouTube save. Just to be aware, this is a separate save, completely from the save game that we've got on YouTube. They are going to be two separate saves entirely. Hey, Owen Speaker Blair, how you doing, mate? You know what? Sure. Carolinus Asimov. We'll go with that. Indeed, double the Starsector content to consume. Hey, yo, Merc Burb. Right, there we go. Let's go ahead and generate. This is the domain sector registry ID. If you can read that and you want to play along in exactly the same sector, you can probably grab that and stick it into your game. I'm not sure. You might have to edit the config because I don't think you can just type it in there, unfortunately. His laws are quite different, though. Indeed. I mean, definitely, this is a Dark Aavak run. There is a paste button, but you can't type it in. So you'd need to type it in somewhere else and copy it into your clipboard before pasting it. Is what I was pointing to. You can't type in. So you'd need to jump through a hoop, basically. Night Shift Aavak stream, huzzah! Hello, Gearsworth. How you doing, mate? All right, let's get going. Your most recent occupation was... We're not going to go with any of the fast starts. I definitely think it's going to be one of these two. But I am open to chat's influence. I do like the idea of starting with a wolf. That seems like a pretty cool ship, and especially since someone suggested, why don't we go with a high-tech fleet? We can try. We can definitely try. Dana Elector. Fantastic name. Thank you very much for the 7 months. Scavenger to be different? Yeah, sure, we can do that. A Wayfarer is an ungainly vessel with an excellent capacity for carrying cargo, fuel, and crew. Its combat ability is limited, but not to be discounted. Designed to operate on the fringes of civilization, this freighter is quite capable of defending itself. Yeah, sure, we can be a scavenger. You like the idea of randomized, but the problem with randomized is it's going to give us a lot of stuff. Because it's going to be closer to one of these, where I might have a small force. This one, at least, is just a wolf and one other person. And this one is, in addition, your fleet includes... Yeah, see? So it's one or t'other. These are fairly small. Like, we've just got 2 ships. I like that. Hey, Aavak. I'm in the middle of a really rough time. Just wanted to say, I'm really glad you're streaming. Thank you. More than welcome, mate. More than welcome. I hope the rough times pass as quickly as they can. But in the meanwhile, you're more than welcome here. Put your feet up. Rest easy. You're amongst friends. Yeah, I like the idea of a drone tender here. So a Shepherd-class drone tender with a cargo of heavy machinery. Yeah, let's grab that. That seems like more of a salvager. So we're going to be going with normal, which I am told is basically playing this on realistic. Like to continue with the Mountain Blade analogies. This is realistic. It says normal, but what it means is hard. Easy, that's just, it's trickery. It's not easy. It's normal. I kind of dislike things like when they this is just an aside. I dislike it when they will say something easy, okay, maybe, but normal. I prefer it when something says balanced as intended, rather than normal, to make someone who doesn't want to play with that feel abnormal. Shall we start with the tutorial without? I actually don't know if the tutorial, if you skip the tutorial, whether you start with the same sort of stuff as you would have had with the tutorial. Easy for who is always what I wonder. Yeah, indeed, Akira. Sorry, Demi. Akira Dragonborn though did say something else. Can't wait to hear your you command. Right, carriers, deploy the Dukelings. I mean, yeah. Hey, Monkey Gamer, how you doing, mate? I'm a big fan from YouTube. Well, hello, welcome to the live show, where you get to see my derps in real time. For science, let's go without the tutorial. Sure, you know what? We can skip the tutorial and we'll just see what it hands us. Now, if you go through the tutorial, you end up with, you go through a whole story section of unlocking the gates. You get a couple of easy battles. You get a couple of ships that you can recover, and a fairly nice stipend of 15,000 credits a month for the first couple of years. Now, not having that stipend, it's going to be a bit rough. Does anyone know if Starsector is going to come to Steam or Epic or GOG? Felker, as far as I'm aware, the developer does intend to take it to Steam when it's much closer to complete. When that'll be, I have no idea. However, but it is available on their website for like $15 or something. But we may be waiting a year, maybe waiting several years. I have no idea of the time scale involved. But as far as their plans are right now and what they've said repeatedly, and they've reconfirmed this multiple times, it will be coming to Steam when it's ready. Maybe do the tutorial super quick. Well, I'm fine for a couple of people to call this out. We can just skip it and just see. You know what? I actually like the for science idea. Let's skip it and just see what we do. Right. Okay. So picking our first skill now. As ever, this skill is bloody amazing, to the point that this skill, as far as I'm concerned, will never get picked. Yeah, this game is made by a small team, something like 3 or 4 people, yeah. But this one thing here, because it reduces the demods you get on ships that you recover from combat, that by itself is amazing. But the fact that you have a small chance to just repair a damaged modification on a ship for free? Yeah, every couple of months. But even a small chance is amazing. Versus this. You know, the more demods, then the better you deal with damage. This one is banking. Like, this one is playing to the idea you're going to have a ragtag fleet that's mostly made up of damaged ships. But as you get the money, you're going to fix those damaged ships, because in most cases, they're just bad to have. You can't T-jump out of the tutorial. I am glad someone told me that, because I have been wondering. Right. Given that we're a bit of a salvaging crew, we're going to go with salvaging. It makes me feel very small, like we're vermin plundering the cities of fallen angels. It also makes me rich. Zion Hurst, journeyman of the Asher Salvager Guild. This will affect the whole fleet, plus 50% resources, but not rare items such as blueprints, recovered from abandoned stations and other derelicts, plus 20% post-battle salvage, and minus 75% crew lost in non-combat operations. Notice that that is not just salvaging. There are other non-combat operations as well. Oh, they specifically patched it out. That's interesting. That they. I'm kind of glad. To be honest, the devs seem to be really on the board. On the ball, rather, and have caught a lot of potential cheesy things that you might do, and have specifically, in many cases, written the game to address you having tried to do it, but it failing. But let's go ahead and grab that. All right, time for us to start the game. Now, we are jumping past the tutorial, so we may miss out on a little bit of EXP, but yeah, ultimately that's fine. You know, we'll eventually get to max level no matter what. More loot is best loot. Okay, let's have a quick look at our intel. We've just got a couple of things. So, analyze the Mania probe. We've got a gate there. Where am I? I'm in Corvus. I'm not in Galatia. Huh. Okay. Survey barren world. Okay. This is our map. You can significantly change. Even without mods, you can do a massive change on this game just by going through the config files and adjusting this. Currently, we're playing with the maximum vanilla battle size, and everything else is vanilla except for the graphics mod that I've got. We've got 400 ships in any particular battle, but you can change that up to 1,000 to 2,000 if you feel the computer can handle it. And you can make the maps bonkers, absolutely bonkers big. We've got a couple of other system bounties. There are apparently some scallywags getting up to no good. Aavak. Derelict contingent is useful. Is using the Warhammer 40k Orcs power of belief to make D-mods chant, "I am ablative armor. My life is boring." Then briefly exciting. Then over. Yeah, pretty much. Let's have a look at our fleet. We have got... I'll just bring up the refit screen. That can go away. So, light machine guns, point defense. We've got light dual autocannon, anti-shield, and a light assault gun, anti-armor, so a little bit of both. And we've got an ion cannon on the side as well, just for giggles. Okay. Very, very well. These are universal slots, ballistic slots only, ballistic and energy slots. It's not too terribly bad. Hey, Akasa, thank you so much for the raid, sweetheart. How was your Sims stream? Can we get a shout out for Casa in chat, please? Casa has returned to the one, the only, the best Sims of them all, Sims 3. Okay, there may be some wiggle room for people to say Sims 2 is best. Personally, I feel Sims 3 is best. But I will acknowledge that some people have the opinion that Sims 2 is best, and their opinion might not be wrong. However, what we can all agree on is that Sims 2 and Sims 3 are better than Sims 4. If you're not already following Casa, please do consider dropping a follow for him. Right, as for our the Hyperspace Dreaming Shepherd class custom drone tender, we have border drones. Now, these ones are built into the hull. We can never exchange it. We can't have like bombers. It's always going to be these drones. We have a universal slot here, a salamander missile. A missile that will never run out of missiles. We can just build more, and it specifically targets the engines. Also, a Vulcan cannon for point defense. Salvage gantry, though, that's very, very nice. Increases the resources gained from salvaging abandoned stations, derelicts, floating hulks, and other such by 10%, because this is a frigate size ship. Depending on hull size, blah, blah, blah. Only affects the recovery of common resources, such as fuel and supplies, and not rare items like blueprints. In addition, 20% of the bonus applies to post-battle salvage, so also a little bit of extra salvage at the end there as well. Each additional ship with a salvage gantry provides diminishing returns. The higher the highest recovery bonus from a single ship in the fleet, the later the diminishing returns kick in. So if you had like a carrier with this, then those diminishing returns would kick in significantly later. Sophia Dragon, thank you very much for the 13 months, and for Tino Decay for 12 months as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, no one thinks that Sims 4 is the best unless it's the only game they've played. Pretty much. And Sebastian, thank you very much for the 11 months. My lord, everyone's been so incredibly generous so far. Thank you very much, everyone. I have got no hull mods. That feels dumb. What if I want hull mods, though? Oh well. We won't be adding them in right now, regardless. All right, there are going to be some pirates out and about around here, but I kind of feel that one of the first things I want to do is head back to Galatia. I'm not sure if we'll get anything from doing that, but maybe we should. Also, what is my current standing with hegemony? Favorable, 15. Okay, so, you know, we have got that. Luddic Path and Pirates dislike me. It's fine. Pirates would have disliked me a lot more if I'd gone through the tutorial, because I would have had to have killed some of them as part of the tutorial. I play a lot of this, so you need hints, just ask. Thank you very much. We do have a backseat pass that you can redeem at any point to offer me one. Read one. O-N-E. Number one. Een, if you speak Welsh. One tip. Or suggestion. Guidance. Free of any concerns that you might be slapped down for having backseated. That's what the backseat pass is there for. Right, okay, so well, I guess we could pop in. How far away are we from Galatia? Also, I would really like my fuel range on. Oh, we're easily close enough. Okay, and Dead Q mining station is doing fine. It's only going to take us 3.3 fuel to get there. I'd actually like to go there very early on just to find out what's going down. So let's burn our way down. My lord, we're tiny. Also, there may well be a ship graveyard down there that I can go and check out as well, which might be quite nice. We're starting very much with nothing here. The tutorial would have given us something, but we start instead with nothing. Am I playing in a similar style to the YouTube series? May I ask for a quick recap? We've just begun My Wife's Biggest Fan, so there's nothing to recap. I can, however, show you my character very briefly. There you go. Pretty much started with salvaging again, just because it seems the better skill for us to pick. However, I've gone with the salvaging start rather than the wolf start this time. Hey Annie, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 51 months. Insert cool and witty resub message here. Duly noted. That was very cool and exceedingly witty. And hello Hawker as well. 24 months, 2 years. Second year, best year. Right. Now, let's make our way down. Oh, that is a very big turning circle. I was expecting to turn significantly faster. There we go. Deploy the salvage corvettes. Identified fleet. The damage, the danger on that, my lord. Is approaching the jump point. Ooh. Okay, well, let's not go through there then. Oh, wait, is that close? Galatia. Yeah, we can go here. We should bring us into Galatia. Got my transponder on still. Yeah, go ahead and jump in and hopefully don't die, because that would be incredibly embarrassing. Okay, so now I believe that you'll still have the debris fields in here as you would normally, and there will still be a bunch of ships to go and interact with down at the bottom. Actually, let's leave here for a second. Let me just double check my income. I don't have any kind of income, it seems. Interesting. So yeah, it does look like we just don't get that. It looks like we don't get the stipend. Which, I mean, if you want a more pure start, you could put it that way, without any hand-holding or help, then that is the way to go, I guess. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs there, Hawker. That is incredibly kind of you. And Citatio, thank you very much for the 6 months. Diolch yn fawr. Here, have my free Prime sub. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you so much, everyone, in fact. This has been a lot of support. The stream's only been going for a few minutes. Are we there yet? Really, Demi of the my lord. One mechanic I've heard about in this game is that it's hilarious. That I think is hilarious is the fact that factions will use things you sell them. It means that selling pirates some high-tier blueprints can lead to fun times. Oh yes, yes, that I've definitely heard that same thing. Okay, well, let's go and speak with the provost. Now, you won't have seen the episode where I narrate all of this, because that one hasn't gone live on my YouTube channel yet. So I'm going to narrate it all, just for those of you who might not have seen this. In fact, I'm probably going to read most of the text that we encounter in the game. The stark white hulls of Glacier Academy Station crawl past in slow, magisterial rotation. The ivory tower looms before you. Your request to the docking queue is approved. Your comms officer helpfully mutes the chirpy automated vid feed presenting a bowdlerized history of the Glacier Academy and its role in providing education and research to the Persean sector while remaining above political influence. The landing promenade is filled with the modest civilian transports, a few high-end personal craft, and, at the far end, a row of freighters offloading supplies. A junior academy agent greets you in a landing lounge with promotional paraphernalia in hand. Greetings, Captain. Perhaps you're an alumni? Have you considered donating to the scholarship trust with the academy? But yeah, we will be opening up naming game for ships and indeed officers as the time affords. And thank you very much for the 72 months, Isham Gamer. My goodness. That is bonkers. Okay, let's ask to meet the provost. The academy agent makes a quiet request through their personal comms, then gives you a patient look. The new provost is very, very busy. New administration after the recent unpleasantries, you know? This could take some time. Days, weeks, sometimes. You might want to leave your comm ID with me and come back in... The comms unit chimes softly. Yes? Really? I mean, yes. We'll come up immediately. The agent turns to you. Provost Baird will see you. Right now. Please follow me, Captain. You're led through a discreet, secure access door to a series of passages that bypass the public concourse. You're brought to a travel lift which activates as the Academy Agent's presence, at the Academy Agent's presence, and step inside at the agent's encouraging nod. The lift pod is wrapped by diamond matrix through which you can watch the canyon-like sweep of plazas pass by, filled with crowds of students, academics, and technicians. Raising your gaze, you see that the pod is approaching a tiered substructure which seems to hang over the curve of the station interior. The pod slows, and you shuffle to adjust to the local grav effect field gradient. You must be near the core of Glacier Station. A guard wearing a mirrored faceplate dismisses the junior agent and ushers you through the first doors to an antechamber filled with the small groups of people who are presumably waiting to meet with the provost. They have perfect hair and perfect skin, unmarred by the radiation or burns that mark a spacer. Those cybernetics you can spot are consciously stylish adornments rather than crude augments. Many have brought their young progeny with them. The stench of wealth and influence is palpable. Heads turn as you are led past all of them towards a set of large doors which appear to be inlaid with wood from real trees. You feel their glares on you, like point defense fire on heavy armor. Oof. And I believe I've made this point in the I may have just thought it in the episode where I narrate this for the Let's Play. I really like that particular comment. Point defense fire on heavy armor. In other words, utterly meaningless. That is such a low-key way of slinging shade and saying that them staring daggers at you doesn't matter. They don't matter. Because point defenses can't do anything to heavy armor. Marvelous. I really like it. Play it cool. Eyes forward. You enter the office as the doors close silently behind you. Provost Anita Baird turns to acknowledge your entrance while concluding a call via her desk tablet. Ancient wooden shelves for real paper books gleam darkly in subdued light emanating tastefully from nowhere. The shelves are only half stocked from crates scattered around the office. A brass orrery of the Galatia system adorns a plinth in the center of a seating cluster. Parchments mounted behind the provost's desk display intimidating intellectual rankings. Their seals of authenticity softly glowing. I apologize for the mess, she says, having noted your examination. I've only just moved office. Yeah, it really is hammering in the real trees thing, yeah. Which, I mean, it might make sense, though. I do wonder, it's not like there aren't habitable worlds here. It does make me wonder, like, what the kind of biology of these worlds is. Did no one bring tree saplings from Old Earth when the domain came over here? Or were they all just chopped down the moment that things got rough? I don't know. Before you speak, she raises a hand. You're not here to set up a donation. Why, then? Because it is very much in my interest to know about the up-and-coming mercenary captain who corrected the unfortunate situation created by my ambitious but incautious predecessor. So it is acting as if I've gone through the tutorial. That's interesting. That's very interesting, actually. A pause. This institution is not devoted to purely theoretical work. She forms a cradle with her hands as if to hold the idea as she explains it. For what use is knowledge if it does not give us the power and wisdom to change the world for the better? She leaves the question hanging in the air for a moment. The Dapplings got to the tree reserves. Well, that would explain it then. Yeah, there's no trees. No trees in this sector. All trees are gone. The Dapplings move through here like a plague of beaver locusts. So glad you finally got around to Starsector. I've played it since 2012 and it has come so far since then. I'm loving it so far. Say nothing. She brings her hands apart. My point is that Galatia Academy could make use of someone like you. Someone capable. Discreet. And here she pauses. A tactic for emphasis she appears to employ often. And very well paid. I do not wish to make the same mistake as my predecessor. If one wants work done properly, one must provide appropriate incentive. She leans back and looks to you. Done speaking. For real. This time. Probably. Ask about the stipend I'm receiving. But I'm not receiving a stipend. Or am I? Because if I am, I mean, that's amazing, but... Gotta scoot. Have fun, Aavak. Bye, chat. I'll take care, Song Swift Eye. Thanks for dropping by. Lisa says, we bought most of the real trees. The ones with hard leaves that never fall off and need no water. Those are the ones that are real to the people of the Persean sector anyway. I mean, you know, that's a fair point. I mean, what is to say that the trees here aren't like strange, petrified, stony monoliths with iron branches and sharp, needle-like leaves. My headcanon is now that trees were outlawed by the Dominion after the Dapplings took over. Well, I'm going to ask about this stipend that I don't think I'm receiving. The hegemony saddled us with that as a disciplinary measure, the Provost explains levelly. Had they seized our assets directly, it would have been a clear violation of their principle of non-intervention in matters pertaining to the politics of the Glacier Academy. They'd look little better than pirates. Instead, as his last act in the office of Provost, they had my predecessor, Thomas Kalachor, sign a range of burdensome contracts before he was removed to a hegemony oubliette. Can we just appreciate for a moment that the hegemony have oubliettes? Say what you will about their AI-hating ways. You have got to respect a faction that, instead of prisons, has oubliettes. Yeah, the writing is really good. Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. Bert smiles wryly, as if admiring the move, much to your benefit. Indeed. Yeah, let's not end up in the hegemony oubliettes ourselves. I would rather not, yes. So, is Stonehalf happening after this, or is it sometime else, or is it abandoned? I gotta go to bed in like 5 minutes and need to know when my favorite series is going to be and when it's going to be on YouTube. We will be continuing that series. That is absolutely not abandoned or anything like that, but I don't tend to play multiple games per stream, so the stream is going to be this until I'm ready to go to bed, and Stonehalf will be another day. But yeah, it is absolutely continuing. I've never heard the term oubliette. What is it? Well, to quote Hoggle from Labyrinth, it is a place where you put people to forget about them. It's basically a prison. Though I quite like Hoggle's description. Yeah, indeed. Oubliette comes from French. It loosely translates to forgetting. Right. I'm interested. I shall put you in contact with academician Alvis Sebastian. He will be your liaison with the Academy. You will receive a few mundane tasks from various departments in the Academy so that we may build a working rapport, as well as provide you with the funds you require to bring your fleet up to my standards. She looks over her spectacles at you. Most of all, I require evidence of trust. I intend to remain Provost here for a long time, and productive relationships are built on trust. We will speak again before long, I'm sure. She looks out to the dimmed windows at the great halls of the Glacier Academy. You cannot imagine what we shall accomplish. She smiles now, not for you, but for herself. I really like this character so far. So like the prison cells in medieval Europe. Yeah, that's pretty much what they are, yeah. Firebear, thank you very much for the 5 months. Diolch yn fawr iawn for supporting the channel. And Trivinix, in case I missed it, I think I did. Thank you very much for the 14 months. Thank you very much to both of you. Oh, take care, Ham is food. Have a good sleep, mate. Okay. Right, well, let's open up the comm directory and immediately introduce ourselves to Alvis. There comes contact after a moment. Oh, hello, it's you. Your contact almost looks surprised that you're calling, but manages to launch into an upbeat introduction. My name is Alvis Sebastian, the new Provost, that is Provost Baird, assigned me to be your liaison with the Academy. I hope you're as excited to work with me as I am to be working with you. 10 improved relationship. That's actually quite a lot. Nice to meet you, Academician. Right, yes, he seems nervous to be meeting a real-life space captain. You idly wonder how he even got this position. Different departments within the Glacier Academy tell me what they need done, then I coordinate with freelancers such as yourself to procure the necessary services. Oh, and I run jobs by the finance office. We have to make sure you get paid. That's very important. Yes, that is exceptionally important, actually. I'm glad you understand. At any time, there may be various jobs open to you. You just have to check with me. Or sometimes there might be no jobs if they're all fulfilled. You read something on a tablet. But it looks like the Provost Baird wants you to have first priority for anything that comes up. She must like you. You're not so sure of this. Yeah, indeed. I'm not so sure of that either. I think I might be useful to her, but I don't think she necessarily likes me. Heat helps a datapad. Let me look at what we've got lined up for you today. The Persean Sociology Department has turned up records of a data cache on the city of Brass in their Brea system. They just need someone to go find it and transmit the contents back to the Academy. A collector of esoteric goods on Garnier is offering to sell an important technological object to the Academy. We need someone to make the purchase. And a team in Hollow Art Studies would like a special instrument package run on a ring system in the Delta Cessine system. So, those sound nice. Interested in anything? Well, it looks like we can just pick up whatever we need. Hey, Aphrodito, we started with the scavenger. No tutorial yet. Now then, I don't remember where Garnier is. Honestly, I don't think there's a problem with picking any of these. Let's ask a little bit more about the City of Brass. Academician Sebastian makes a series of small, odd noises as he reads from his datapad. Oh, no. Oh, okay. He turns to you, closes his eyes to brace for a moment, then puts on an impressive smile before proceeding. So, this won't be a problem, right? I mean, we have the exact coordinates of the library for you. On the City of Brass, in the Brea system, which is 26 light years away, you get in, you get out. And once you're in hypercom range, just send the encrypted contents back to the Academy. And the finance office will pay you 82,000 credits. No problem. But a longish pause, which is unusual for Academician Sebastian, who has a way of filling uncomfortable gaps in conversation. Do you let's play by any chance? But we're not supposed to talk about it. But if you recall, all those rumors about the first AI war, well, you can ask in the Persean Studies Department, maybe. But there is a possibility, maybe, that you will encounter certain, he looks down to check the exact phrasing, autonomous weapon systems. It says it might be quite dangerous, which is why this pay is more than usual. I'm sure it's nothing, right? Yeah, you'll be fine. I like it. I like it a lot. What mods are being used? Purely the graphics lib mod. It's all. Well, and lazy lib, which is required to run graphics lib. I mean, it doesn't seem to be a time limit, so sure. There we go. Ask about the purchasing technology from pirates. Pirate is such a strong word, isn't it? Wow. That's it's an interesting way of putting it. There are all sorts of reasons, maybe, that a polity might find itself outside of legitimate faction control. One imagines. What I mean is that we have to be diplomatic when an opportunity presents itself to acquire Sebastian looks carefully at the datapad. Ah, I see. Domain era forge components. Just think what this could mean for our research. Wow. Mental gymnastics there.